You're watching Pulse for the 4th of February and it's time for some Dota 2 beta news. Sadly, there wasn't actually an update this week, but that doesn't mean there's nothing to talk about. In this episode, we're going to have a look at the freshly announced Dota 2 beta test client, another Dota 2 clay model, and more. Let's get to the news. So first up, the latest blog post on the official Dota 2 website says that the Dota 2 team has nothing for us this week. But that's not entirely true. They let us know that they are working on a new update process that will allow them to build new features while minimizing the risk of destabilizing the game for everyone. To achieve this, they are creating a new version of the game specifically for testing purposes. So this is theoretically a beta in a beta. Everyone that has access to the Dota 2 beta will find the new test version in their Steam Games library under the name Dota 2 Test. So instead of releasing the new content directly to Dota 2 each week, they're going to put it on the test version first, where they'll monitor if there are any issues, any big problems, and then the week after that they're going to just update the normal Dota 2 beta client with the previous week's test version. And while doing all of that, they'll also be releasing new content to the Dota 2 beta test client, if that makes sense. So as a result of this, both versions of the game will be getting updated each week. So if you want to help test the new content or just try it out ahead of time, you can play on the Dota 2 test client. And if you're more interested in stability and don't mind being a week late on the new content and features, then you can just stick to playing the normal Dota 2 beta. Honestly, I kind of like the idea of this, and with the amount of people in the beta right now, it's probably a good idea to keep at least one of the clients stable at all times. Now I can confirm that the test version of the client is not available just yet, but they hope to have it up and running in the next few days. At least that's what I think the post says. Along with this, you guys can also check out the previous week's update, which is titled My Bones Ache for Vengeance, and this one featured Clinks the Bone Fletcher. That is in fact the terrifying hero that's been running around on your screens for the past minute or so. You can, as always, find links to everything that I've just spoken about in the description below this video. Now in this week's extras, we've got another Dota 2 clay model. This one, as you can see, is the Tinker, and it is looking quite complicated yet pretty fragile at the same time. This one was, as all the others were, done by Zoe. It's pretty clear that she knows what she's doing, and I gotta say I absolutely love the colors on the Tinker. Along with this, you can also vote on which hero should be done next. So if you've got a specific hero that you want to see, you can go cast your vote. Sadly, the votes were only going for 24 hours, and by the time this video goes up, you're probably only going to have an hour or two left to vote. That's not really a problem though, because I'm pretty sure that anything she creates is going to be well worth checking out. You can watch the Tinker clay model video right here on YouTube, or read more about it in the links below this video. Now next and last up in these extras, here we have a Dota 2 mechanics infographic. This is pretty awesome. There's not really much else to say about it. It's absolutely amazing and it covers pretty much everything in the game right now. It has every single little statistic that you can think of in it, and the guys from the Dota 2 wiki really outdid themselves. The art is pretty great too. So if you are interested, you can check this out in full size below, but I must warn you that full size really is pretty big. With that done, let's move on to the Dota 2 smalls. First up, you can check out some defense updates over at Join Dota. Then there's a Star Ladder TV Dota 2 teaser. Well worth having a look at and pretty nicely put together. That's right here on YouTube. Team DD has won the D2E challenge. Dignitas took the Skynet tournament. Team Fire won the Infused Cup. The third Brawl qualifier went to Mao Sports, and lastly, Tailu Dota has disbanded. Sadly, that's all I have for you in the news this week. There are a bunch of extra smalls to have a look at below, so you can browse through those at your own leisure if you're interested. Check back here soon for more. Remember to like the video, favorite it, and do all that other good stuff. Most importantly though, happy Dota 2 beta in the Dota 2 beta. Dota 2 beta-ception. Happy that.